Extremely warm welcome to all my wonderful subscribers, the ones who are constant and the ones who are forever. Lots of love, more than welcome. And all the newbies and all the sweet newcomers, the new StarSeeds who have joined in the family, very warm welcome. And I hope all of you are feeling happy, bright, and I hope the reading finds you in wonderful disposition as well. And let me introduce you today's topic. So today's topic is unusual. I've never done this topic before. I wonder why. So it's about your future spouse. When are you going to meet your future spouse? How will your future spouse be? What's your equation with them? And what are the qualities, and how is your association going to be with your future spouse? We're going to see that. So the ones who are dating, they could have the wonderful Valentine's month. So if you want to know that, is this the person? Do the energies of your partner is in resonance with the reading? So you can find out. And I'm going to have 3 pile selections. First is the calcite optical for you. Take a close look on the calcite optical. This is pile number 1 for you. And pile number 2 is Amazonite. Yeah, Amazonite. That's pile number 2 for you. And last but not the least, pile number 3 is the rose quartz, the love stone for you. So I'm going to put a picture of all the 3 stones for you, and you can pause the video, you can meditate on the 3 piles, and suppose if you feel closely drawn to 2 piles, then maybe you have a message in the second pile as well as the first pile. So nothing wrong about that. So you take few seconds and you can close your eyes and you can meditate on the 3 piles. And in the description, there'll be timestamps given, and you can straight jump to the reading. And I'm going to start the pile number 1 for you, and you're welcome to bless me and the channel if you appreciate and if you are in high resonance with the energy of the readings. And if you wish to give me your personal blessings, do subscribe to the lovely channel. And also you're welcome to post in your precious comments. I definitely read each and every comment, and I try to reply to all of them as well. And you can share it also with the like-minded StarSeeds. So lots of love, and I'm going to catch you at your reading. See you, StarSeeds. Very warm welcome, my sweet pile number 1s. So this is a reading about your future spouse. What are the qualities? When are you going to meet them? What is your equation with your future spouse? So this is the calcite optical, and it's definitely the stone of the mind. So for sure, you know, you will have a lot of mind connectivity, like more than the physical self, more than the union of the physical self, there's going to be union of the minds. And your partner, you will have a very clear vision together. And also, you know, there'll be lots of amplification around. Like this is the stone of amplification, which means that larger than life. So if you're in love, you're so much in love, you know, the balancing midpoint, the Libra midpoint, I don't think that's going to be there. So it's going to, and also it could be a person who's in foreign lands, or who's from a different caste, creed, religion, they speak a different language. So all these things are definitely seen here in the calcite optical. And also your partner, you know, when you meet them, maybe they've gone through some chronic illnesses, and at this point of time, they'll be healing, which is happy, good news for you. And also they will have a very strengthened and a very powerful aura, because the calcite optical is the stone which accentuates the aura and which makes your aura very powerful, very strong. And you'll feel, when you come across your future spouse, you'll feel that this person, this handsome man or this beautiful woman, they have a very healed aura and they have a very developed persona, in which because this is also the stone of communication, the communication probably will be in the 5D more than in the 3D realms. There will be a lot of active communication, maybe the unspoken ones, in the ones in which you communicate through the vibrations, you're communicating through your energy. So that kind of excellent communication, which I absolutely love. The more than the spoken words are the unspoken words. So my wonderful calcite optical pile number 1, you're definitely going to communicate on the 5D realm. And also, whenever you're meeting, we're going to get into that, the deeper details in a bit, but whenever you're going to see them at that point of time, you and this lovely partner of yours, you'll have a very clear vision of your union, your association, your goals together. You'll definitely find a very common ground, and you'll gel well, you'll vibrate vivaciously together. And definitely, also, if you're meditating on this stone, because this is your stone for your future spouse, you're definitely going to have a very improved and a very clear vision. So, and the association also will get you lots of clarity. Like in your previous associations, you've been very confused that should you go ahead with them for marriage? Should you go ahead with them for more serious commitment? So those were the issues. But this time when you're going to meet your future spouse, it'll be a very helped, very clear communication, and your vision on situations and issues will be extremely powerful and clear together. That's the crystal reading for my lovely pile number 1 for your future spouse. And then from the 44 lunar cycles, here is the message that bring love in this situation. New moon in Aquarius. Now we already have Saturn in the lovely Aquarius in its own Rashi, in its own house, which is its Mool Trikona Rashi. It derives maximum power from being in Aquarius. So Aquarius is this sign which speaks about progression. It's a very futuristic sign, and it speaks about movement, which means that when you're going to meet your future spouse, they're going to be highly ahead of their times, very futuristic, very innovative, very progressive. And also in the new age, or the new Aquarius age, we definitely will have your spouse having this attitude that there's no looking back for them. Whatever relationships or involvements they've had before meeting you, they're definitely not going to dwell in them, and they will not hold emotional baggages from their past. They will be very healed, they will be very found from their lost self, and they will definitely, your love, your friendship will find its roots quickly in togetherness with you. And also, the change which you're always looking forward for, which you always so expected, you will find that lovely futuristic change with this spouse of yours. And also this spouse of yours, the quality of the partner, you will experience a lot of dependability with them. And also you will be able to rely on them. They will give you so much confidence, and they will instill that trust, faith, and belief in you, that you will feel like for the first time to trust somebody 100%. And that's the quality of this future spouse. And also this spouse of yours believes in independence, like they'll be working independently. If you feel that you would not like to be comfortable if it's a joint family setup, so this is somebody who could be by himself or herself, very independent, and some kind of a nuclear family joint, and very pragmatic and very real, because new moon in Aquarius, it's a Saturn ruled zodiac. So definitely it's also co-ruled by Rahu. Like I said, that the foreign country element, maybe your partner, your future spouse definitely could be from a different country, or maybe if they are in the same state where you are, they'll be definitely from a different religion. They'll be following different customs, different linguistics. Eating habits will be so myriad and so different. So it's going to be so much spice of life, because they're not going to be like you. They're going to be so different than you. And also, yes, they'll be very independent minded. They'll have this sense of freedom, and they'll also be very innovative, quirky, eccentric. So, but one suggestion for you, that when you're entering into your partner's life, you try to keep them more loving and less pragmatic. Little bit more of the love side can be your quality, that you get in their life. And also the sense of this card showing up in your reading is there'll be a very electric feel to your association. Like if you say, how will I come to know? So your body will have this very electrifying feeling when you're going to meet your spouse, the would-be partner. So you will know that, you feel those electric currents around. You'll know that, yeah, this is the one for me. And also, your future spouse, like I said, they'll definitely let go of their past. They will not carry emotional baggages, which is what a relief. So he's not going to discuss his exes with you. She's not going to bring the baggage of the past emotional, the boyfriends and the breakages of the association, the mistrust issues, the letdowns. She's not going to speak about all that. So looking ahead, moving ahead, and being happy together in a very innovative way is going to be possible this time. And that's the message from the universe for you. And then we've got a lovely suggestion from the energy card, caring connection. Look at that. So the future spouse, the person who you're considering for marriage, for matrimony, you're definitely going to share a very, very beautiful camaraderie. They will be very caring towards your feelings, your emotions, and they will take care in a very sweet, emotional way. And they will also get you the usual lovely roses, the flowers, the every woman's desire, that I should get the lovely bouquet. You're getting it, girl. And if you're a man watching it, you're definitely going to give to your girl the bouquet, and it'll be a very caring, a very sweet, intimate connection which you will share with the future spouse. And then we have the wonderful message from the fairies coming in. So the message from the fairies which is coming across for my pile number 1 is shine from within. So the fairy wants to tell you that it's time for glamoring up. If you're simple, if you don't like to apply too much makeup, and if you're not very careful about what you're wearing, and if you're just the simple, cute girl next door, so the fairies want to give you a suggestion that now it's time for magic. And to get your future spouse close to you, you have to really do things which are very different than what you're already doing. Like, the magic is often seen in fairy tales. Like now we notice a lot of magic around in fairy tales. Like just in Cinderella tale, we see that, the stepmother and she uses the beautiful Cinderella as the housemaid, and how magic happens one night and she's transformed into the beautiful princess, and how she reaches the ballroom and she gets the handsome young prince to fall in love with her. So that kind of a magic you have to recreate in your love life, which is that, you know, you're having the de-glam simple look. Girl, you have to be glammed up, and you have to, the shine from within fairy is telling you that this is the time to use the cosmetics, do up your hair, wear glamorous outfits and jewelry, and to make your appearance very youthful, very alluring, and very magical. So this is the physical self message which is coming across. And the time that you start doing this, the time that you activate this glam avatar of yours, that time your future spouse will be heavily attracted in the 5D realm, and he will feel, or she will feel, that you're ready. If you're a man, you know how to glam up, man. How would I know how you're going to glam up? I know about the girls, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're wearing lovely customized suiting and whatever lovely shoes you choose to wear, and whatever perfumes you're wishing to use. And more than the physical self, I'm also talking about the spiritual glam up. And the spiritual glam up means that whatever feelings and emotions you're keeping to yourself till date, and you're, you know, showing a different face to the world, and you're keeping a different face which is guarded. So this point of time, you know, you are conscious, you're fearful, you lack acceptance, you feel that if you show your true self to the world, they will not accept you. But please have lots of self-acceptance. The fairy of shine from within is coming to tell you that glow up from within, shine from within, and have self-love, have self-acceptance, because only if you're going to love yourself, and if you accept yourself, it will reflect outwards. And whatever you think and feel of yourself, it will definitely go across to the ones who are opposite you. So reflect carefully on what you wear, and also the last, when were you glamorously dressed up? Think about it. It's been a long time. So do the makeup, do the jewelry. Men also have jewelry, not just the ladies. They have studs, they have bracelets, and they have the I don't know, whatever accessories the men want to use. Go ahead, men. You look handsome and dashing when you do it. And to all the beautiful women who are following my channel, this is a suggestion for you, that start becoming that beautiful glamour doll which you're meant to be, and also start shining from within. That's the first thing which you must do. The inward shining will definitely start reflecting outwards, and you start the magic. And the time when you start the magic, the future spouse will be attracted to your energy, and they will step in soon. In the tarot, in the Mystic Tarot, there are wonderful two cards which have come. Both are the cards of the kings. Wow. One is King of Cups, and the other is King of Swords. So which means that, you know, the spouse, the zodiac signs of your would-be spouse, he or she could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Their ascendant or their sun sign or their moon sign could definitely be in water signs. So the person in question, your future spouse, is going to be a highly dependable, you know, in the emotional way, they'll be very, very dependable. This is going to be your best friend vibes. You know, you can really trust them, and they'll be coming straight from the heart, connecting to your heart, you know. So there is this wonderful appearance which your future spouse will have, which will be very calm, which will be very balanced, very mature, and the situations wherein you're going to meet could be very turbulent. Something which is very unusual, which is turbulent because, the environment around could be not very comfortable. There'll be something very stormy, turbulent, some disturbance around. That will be, the backdrop, but you'll see that the future spouse, this particular person in the entire turbulence and the entire storm, the torrid storm, will be very calm, will be very composed, very balanced. And also, they will be very true to their emotions when they connect with you. And also, the unconscious impulses will be there. They will not be very planned. He or she, they are not going to be thinking about how they should come across to you, very planned and very thought about. That's not going to be there. They'll be very impromptu, and they'll be very having this unconscious impulses, and also they'll be not overwhelmed by the unconscious impulses because they'll be very calm and they'll regain their composure for sure. And also they'll be having great power, great control. Your spouse in question could be a CEO, they could be the director, they could hold a very high, very responsible, authoritative position in the society. And also your King of Cups or your sweetheart, like if it's a woman and you're a man watching it, so her masculine side will be rather developed, but she will be so emotional. And if you're a beautiful woman watching this reading, so the man will be very balanced in his feelings towards you and will keep his calm and will keep his emotions quite in control, though great amount of emotional self is showing, and they will be unabashed about their showing their affection for you. So, but they definitely have a mastery of controlling their emotions. And also, of course, they'll have a very emotional association with you, but with all the overflowing emotions in the King of Cups energy, they will still not let their emotions to have the better of them. So when life will throw a curved ball at your sweetheart, you will definitely draw emotions and maturity and stability, which will help you to navigate through these challenges or situations. If you feel that you have been through situations which are very tough, very challenging, you definitely are mirroring the image of your future spouse, because they have also gone through these challenges, and they have also gone through lots of trials, tribulations, and lots of challenging times. So that's why they've emotionally got very mature. They are filled with emotions, and the love quotient is so prevalent. But besides that, still there is this, gaining control, like keeping the emotions in check or control. That also they manage. Wow. So also, your future spouse is very intellectual, somebody who's very intellectual, and somebody, who doesn't get swayed away very easily, and he doesn't get swayed by his whims and fancies. But the central beliefs of your future spouse are very powerful, very strong, and also they have strong morals. And also, the masculine side, the fatherly masculine side, is very developed in your future spouse. I mean, this is somebody who's going to absolutely love and adore children, and he will love the child side in you, and he'll love the baby side in you. And also, you can expect your future spouse that when you're going to connect with them on your first initial meetings, you will hear them offering you very, very wise advice. They could appear to be very fatherly. Now, if they're not elder to you, I think King of Cups is a very mature energy. So if not senior to you in years, in maturity, in experience, definitely your future spouse is very experienced, very mature, and he brings to the table a very emotional side. And on the forefront, we see a lot of oceanic emotions, but nevertheless, when it comes to creativity, when it comes through to being emotional in a relationship, they're definitely the best. And also they see human dynamics in its eternity. So the King of Cups is a very compassionate, very sensitive energy, and that's what the future spouse supposedly is supposed to be for you. And this could also, the future spouse could also, not could also, will definitely turn out to be your mentor, will turn out to be your coach. And like I said, you could mirror this energy. Maybe, you are like a mentor, you are like a spiritual guide, and you are like that spiritual coach to your sweetheart. So your bond with your sweetheart will be exceptionally strong. It will be based on lots of patience and understanding and maturity. Then we have the King of Swords. Wow, this also speaks that your future spouse will have great authority and will be in a place wherein, he'll be passing judgments, he'll be taking major decisions, and also he's crowned because he's the king. So which means this is a combination of a man or a woman who's very powerful, very authoritative. But also if there is a need, they could forcefully apply their authority or their power or position to get the job done. And also mentally, they are very progressive. Your future spouse and your association with your future spouse is probably something which is very futuristic, which will involve also a lot of mental work. You'll be mentally very entangled with each other. So, and also, the future spouse could be a counselor, could be a lawyer, could be a researcher. And like I said, in the King of Cups, that they could be a director, CEO, they could be in some powerful position, maybe in politics, something which is mainstream, like you're coming on YouTube, you're being viewed by many masses. So this kind of a thing, like a social influencer kind of a quality will be there. And they'll be quick thinkers. The clarity of thinking will be rapid, and also the expressions will be very beautiful. There'll be also a lot of eloquence, and also the future spouse will be very good in the mental and communicative skills. And also there'll be a spiritual side as well to your spouse. The spiritual side could be developed. And the King of Swords, your future spouse comes across as a person who's very cool, who's very controlled, and who's very ambitious. Yeah, very ambitious. This is a graduation from the King of Cups to the King of Swords, that, the ambitious streak will be very prevalent. And we saw a lot of emotions, and now we see restraint of emotions, and their logic and intelligence will not supersede the emotions, that's for sure. And in the ways of romance, the King of Swords will be very ethical with you. Yeah, this is not somebody who's going to do toy dating. They will be very committed to you. And the romance is going to be with sharp intellect, if I may so say. And there'll be a lot of verbal communication, maybe written communication, because the zodiac sign which is coming across is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The sun, moon, or rising could definitely be, maybe you have it in these zodiacs or they have it. And definitely, The partner which you're going to attract, the future spouse, will have very high standards, high morals, high standards, and you'll be pushing each other to give the best. Yeah, so the very best will be expected and the very best is going to come out. So I wish you all the best, and may you in Valentine's be with your sweetest sweetheart, and may it also culminate into a lifelong association. Best wishes from my side, and that's all that I had for my wonderful calcite optical, my pile number 1. So take care of yourself, and I'm going to meet you at some other reading. Bye, StarSeeds. Bye, my lovely pile number 1. Be happy. A very warm welcome to my pile number 2, which is Amazonite. So Amazonite, and reference to your future spouse, you know, this future spouse will have this great quality of being very courageous, and they will be very invested in probably stocks or investments or bonds. So because this is the gambler's cone, so definitely, you know, when you come across them and when you're striking in conversation with them, you'll come to know that they'll be definitely involved with something which could be with scripts. Yeah. And also, you know, the spouse in question, your future spouse, they'll be very courageous, they'll be very strong, they'll be very resilient. And also, you know, when you are in association with them, there will be this feeling that with them, in association with them, you can win over any battle, any war, any warlike situation, which means any negative situation. Suppose if you're into at that point of time when you're meeting them, because that could be the environment around, you will feel very secure, like you will understand that they have great courage to win over the odds, to be on your side. So that kind of a situation you could experience. And also, you know, your heart will be giving you very powerful signals that yes, this is the one. And also, you know, your future spouse and you, because you're definitely mirroring each other's energies. So lots of emotional disturbances have been healed, and which you have gone through. And also emotional disturbances, emotional problems, and also, you know, there will be a feeling that they have been overcome. And also when you meet your future spouse, your association with them, you will be overcoming lots of odds, obstacles, and negative situations. But you're going to be hand in hand with them, and you will sail out. And also you will be attracting a lot of good luck, and you will experience that as you've met this person, there will be lots of prosperity, lots of abundance, which you'll start experiencing around yourself, and they will also experience this in their lives. And also, you know, whatever manifested wishes you have had so far for your future spouse, they're all coming true in the energies of the Amazonite, and which is so wonderful. I'm so happy for you, pile number 2. And also, you know, you'll be attracting a lot of new opportunities. Now, when I say attracting new opportunities, this is also giving me a message from the divine that the old is going and the new is coming, which is that you have gone through your series of heartaches and heartbreaks, and with the ingress of this new energy, this new vibrant, vivacious energy which will step in your life, you will have lots of abundance and a new inning, a new beginning, and a new person is entering. So if you're thinking that you're going to connect with your ex-flame, isn't much possibility, and if that is the situation in your case, then maybe you're choosing the wrong pile. Maybe it's not pile 2 for you, maybe it's some other pile, or if not any of the piles, then this is not the reading for you. The universe wants to give messages to you if you are in resonance and if you are in acceptance. So definitely, if you've succumbed upon this reading, the universe surely wants to make me as a medium to put across these messages to you. And also you will have great amount of trust, which you will find almost immediately building up when you're meeting your future spouse. So you will feel the confidence, you'll feel the strength, you'll feel this enormous amount of trust connectivity with the person, and you'll know that this is a spouse, your spouse in waking. So that's the messages which are coming out from the crystal Amazonite. And also, this speaks of the heart chakra, the throat chakra, which means that you'll feel very emotional. You'll get a message from your heart that your heart will be outpouring with beautiful emotions when you meet your future spouse. And also throat chakra, which means that there will be communication. Like, it won't be hit and a miss kind of a thing in the first meeting. You're definitely going to have very vital communication with the person in question, and also lots of outpouring of emotions that will be there. And also thymus gland is also being signified by the Amazonite. So then let's start the oracle reading. From the 44 lunar cycles, this is the lovely message which is coming across, which is your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So the first and foremost message which is coming across in this card is that a new start. Again, even in your crystal, in the Amazonite, this was being suggested. And again, this is a confirmation that this is a new energy. No ex-sweethearts, okay? No heartbreakers are entertained here in pile number 2. So there's definitely going to be a new start, a fresh start. And also there is an indication, when you're in communication, conversation with them, you learn that they have given up one profession or one job, and then they have sought another. So there will be a revitalized new start, a new beginning in their profession or career. And also you could be mirroring this same energy, which is that you could have something which is absolutely new, something which was not here before, like an absolute new begin, a new lease, which you will experience in your professional life, and a very new improved workspace you will be in. And also your future spouse will be speaking about how energized and vibrant his new work surroundings are. So you can recognize, my tarot reader, my tarot friend told me, Sara, that this is the kind of energy which I will experience. So you will know that this is the one for you. And he or she, they will speak that there had been in a very unhappy environment in their previous stint in the profession. So this time, the positions will be renegotiated. Also, your position could be renegotiated at work. And also a new plan, new strategy, even in the ways of your romance and emotional self. Whatever you've been practicing before, whatever you've been trying before you are meeting your future spouse, you have to reinvent your entire self in the ways of emotion, in the ways of coming across as a romantic partner. So a new you is being called upon in the new moon in Capricorn energy. And also, when you meet your future spouse, definitely is going to be very long term. I mean, this sweetheart association of yours is not very short lived. It's going to be for a very long time. And also you could keep a 12 months plan in your mind, like you start dating your future spouse now, and after a year you can expect that it culminates into matrimony. So a very immediate kind of a marriage, I'm sorry, it's not showing pile number 2 for you. But immediate kind of a romance, which is very sustainable, which is very beautiful, is showing for you, provided if you make a proper plan, you execute it well enough, and you reinvent. And the whole process which you have been doing for your romance and to attract the right person in your life, you really have to reassess, and you have to do something which is absolutely new, right? And drawing this card suggests that this is the time for being ambitious. So if people tell you, oh no, whatever you're wishing is so surreal, it's not true, it cannot be, living the light of the day, let me tell you, all your fantasies could be turning so magically into a reality, because the new moon in Capricorn suggests that you are going to fructify if you're going to be highly ambitious, and whatever you so wish to achieve, you can achieve in the new moon in Capricorn. But all you need to do, like I said, is to have a proper plan, and you need to have execution. And whether the plan is romance, why not? And whether the project or plan is romance, why not? It's such a worthwhile project. And then from the energy, we have the patience. Now, I'm thinking that this is quite falling in line with the energy of Capricorn, which is the Saturnine energy, because Saturn speaks of great patience, perseverance, patience, dependability, routine, trying a thing again and again, and being very repeated, I should say, and being very diligent, very dedicated. And for all the dedication and all the diligence, all you require is patience. So that's the message from the energy oracle card, that do practice great amount of patience, which you already have in the past. Unsuccessful, I wouldn't call it unsuccessful stints, but it's a learning experience. Life is not about failings, it's just about beautiful experiences, and the ones which are painful are learning experiences. So you definitely have exercised a lot of patience in your past, and you've been through your set of trials, tribulations, and challenges, and all that patience, let me tell you, when the right time comes, you will definitely be rewarded. So your future spouse will come in as a reward, and of course, your patience will be rewarded. So patience should be exercised, and pure intention is also the energy which is coming across. From the oracle of the fairies, we have such a beautiful energy for your future spouse, which is coming across is pure intentions, which is that the fairy of manifestations will help you, that you can use your wishes very wisely. So whatever wishes you make at this point of time will have wonderful pure intentions, and whatever your heart's desire is manifesting, you're going to have absolute beautiful, high, pure, true intentions, and it's going to be for the highest good of all around. So which means that when you start wishing for everybody's good around, like your family should be happy and the people around should benefit. Probably you're also a philanthropist. You're also thinking that with your union and your association, how does the society benefit? So when you're thinking and you're manifesting pure intentions, and you're manifesting your heart's desire to have these kind of elevated interests, then definitely the universe will bless you having such pure intentions, and will give you such a partner who will be like a philanthropist, will be working for the good of beyond just you and them, which is so important, very important, but just beyond you two people, the future spouse will hold the environment's energy. They'll try to make it positive, like your family, your friends, the society which you keep. They will have such wonderful intentions for all of them, which will be so alluring for you. And now in the tarot, we have the Nine of Cups. Let me congratulate you, because in the entire tarot deck, this is the wish card. So, and it's also come in the pure intentions, that whatever you're manifesting in your dreams, and whatever you're thinking in your intentions, they are manifesting into the truth. So since again it's the same energy in resonance, which is the wish card, this definitely indicates, now this speaks of the zodiac signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You might be having these placements as your sun, moon, or rising, and the spouse in question, if you ask them what's your zodiac sign, it could be these water-bearing signs as well. So definitely, you're experiencing with your partner coming in, there'll be great joy which your would-be spouse will get in, and there will be lots of happiness, and you're going to feel on your association with them, you're going to feel that all your dreams and wishes now will come true. And this is a wish card. Make a wish now, it's coming true for you. And also, because that's the energy of the Nine of Cups, and also it's like winning a lottery ticket. Now you've got this Nine of Cups, and it suggests that you are going to meet your Mr. Right, and you are going to meet your lady love, and whatever you've hoped for, whatever you've thought ever for, manifested for, you are going to succumb upon that. And I'm so happy for you. Nine of Cups coming is like, it's like super wow. And this is the card which speaks of triumph. So your future spouse will have this elevated quality of being a victorious person, a successful, victorious person. And whatever they have wished for, whatever they've hoped for, they've always made it, right? And you are their manifested self. And but you be very careful, be very judicious from now. Start manifesting and thinking things which are absolutely for your highest good, because now the universe is saying, so be it. It's blessing you. So be very careful, be very judicious, that whatever you're thinking, do you really want it? Question yourself. So if you think that you really want it, it's for your best, it's for your highest good, your spiritual elevation, if all that is working out, then definitely go for it. And also this represents that the future spouse, the Nine of Cups, represents a person who has lots of high self-esteem for themselves, and also lots of self-confidence this future spouse will have. And this feeling of celebrated, like they will celebrate their life, they will celebrate their personality, and they will also celebrate their association with you. And also it's a card of acclamation, and it's a card of being very sensuous and having great sexual desire, and maybe wonderful sexual compatibility as well, very sensuous. It's a very pampering energy. It's a very opulent energy as well. And of course, it's also of a partner who's very optimistic. Your association will be very optimistic, very creative, very abundant. So you will feel all these qualities when you come across your future spouse. And also, you will experience when you come across your future spouse, they will be like, how will I feel? So you're going to feel this urgent, overwhelming need of being very emotional. An overwhelming emotional will be grappling upon your sensibilities, if I may so say. And also, you will be appreciated by this person who you're going to come across, the future spouse. They will be very appreciative of all your qualities, and whatever they hear you've been doing till date, you will hear them being very vocally they'll be very appreciative. So you will know that, yeah, this is the partner for me. And you know, their emotional self will be very developed, it'll be very intense, and also you will experience a lot of happiness and fulfillment in your relationship association with this lovely future spouse of yours. And this card indicates that you couldn't be happier. So it's a card which is filled with smiles, happiness, and equanimity. So I'm so happy for you. Probably when you reach the Valentine's, which is month, I get a very strong feeling that someone special could really be entering your life. So, and what kind of a person? Like more, we understood in the Nine of Cups, the personality and the emotive self and the success that the partner will be having. Then we have more to it. We can understand from this star. Then, like I said, we have the star energy. This speaks of the zodiac sign Aquarius. So much of heavy Saturn energy. I wouldn't be surprised if your Saturn house, your seventh house, has got a very heavy influence of Saturn, Capricorn, Aquarius, or wherever the seventh lord is going and placing itself. It could also have a very strong Capricorn, Aquarius, and Saturnine feel to it. Because again, we have the Aquarius star here, and you know, the future spouse could have these qualities, the star-like qualities, and the future spouse could exhibit a lot of vulnerability, lot of purity, and you could mirror this. You are also in association with them. You feel very vulnerable, you feel very pure, feel very innocent. And the environment around, if I may so say, because if you ask that, what will be the environment around when we meet? So it could be very vast. You know, like you meet in an outside environment wherein you're under the vastness of the sky, and there are these beautiful stars which are twinkling around, especially the 7 twinkling stars, which could represent the 7 chakras. So definitely, and this will happen immediately after a breakup, because the star appears after the Tower card. So maybe, not maybe, I'm sure. Pile number 2, you've gone through a breakup which is messy, which is destructive, which made you go through lots of turmoil. So after this destructive force of energy, you have endured a lot of challenges in your recent past, and also, you know, you've stripped yourself bare of all the limiting beliefs. Now, when you get in this kind of a belief system, or when you get in this kind of a mode, that's the time when you'll be attracting your spouse. And they also have conquered their self-contained and self-limited beliefs, and they are realizing the essence of who they actually are beneath. And you are also realizing that beneath who you actually are. And also, you know, your future spouse has this quality that no matter whatever life has thrown at them, they will always be regaining their balance, and they will always regain that pure emotional loving energy of theirs. So, you know, you will have also for yourself, because you're mirroring probably each other's energy. Even pile 1 was mirroring quite a lot of each other's energies. So there will be a lot of appreciation which you will have for this person, this special new person in your life. You will appreciate them to their core of being, and they will also appreciate you to the very core of your being. And also, you know, you will experience when you're in communication, when you're talking to them, they're so hopeful. They have so much of renewed hope, so much of faith, and they will have this quality that they will also probably tell you that they feel so blessed, and they feel that the universe is very special, very loved child. You could also mirror this. And also, you know, there will be a lot of hope. Their soul, your soul in association together will feel very uplifted. And also all the dreams that you are aspiring to reach, which is you're aspiring to touch the skies, reach up to the skies. So all the possible magic will flow around, and your heart will be filled with the absolute brilliant renewed hope, if I may so say. And with the association with this lovely partner of yours, you will find a new sense of purpose for this life of yours. And also life will be very transforming for you. The old will be transformed to the absolute brilliant futuristic you. And also the partner will carry this spirit. They will be very generous. They are going to have a lot of wealth. Yes, this quirky, innocent Aquarian will have a lot of abundance, lot of wealth, and they will have an open heart, and they will share it with you, and they will also be a philanthropist. They will also like to give it back to the society, because they've received so much of benefits and abundance from the universe. And with association with such a beautiful you, they will definitely return it to the universe, and lots of the people around will benefit, and you both will benefit primarily with each other's wonderful company. So this is the lovely pile 2 Amazonite, and that's all that I have for you for this future spouse reading. And do let me know how you felt and how you resonated with the future spouse reading. And lots of abundance, lots of renewed energies, and lots of sense of you feeling blessed by the universe. And this is Sara from my YouTube channel, Sara Astrotarot, saying bye bye, StarSeeds. I'm going to catch you at some other reading. Bye. A very, very, very warm welcome to my pile number 3, the ones who chose the rose quartz. Here's the reading for you. Now, how is this future spouse going to be? This future spouse is going to be having unconditional love for you, because you chose the rose quartz, which is the stone of love. This is the love story kind of a stone. So you're definitely attracting a relationship, because this is the relationship stone. And your future spouse will be very calm and will have unconditional love for you, and will be a very, very relationship person. And also, this is, if you meditate on the energy, you will understand that this future spouse will have lots of love, and a quality that they will not just, you know, put you in the friend zone, but they will definitely like to have love relationship with you. So, you know, that openness, that acceptivity will be there in the energy of the rose quartz. And also this encompasses forgiveness, which means that your future spouse has gone through a heartache, a heartbreak. And like I'm saying from the beginning, that you know, the rest of the 2 piles, certain energies are mirroring. So maybe you also have gone through a breakup, which is very bitter in the mouth. The taste is there. And at this point of time, you will feel very healed. When you come across your future spouse, they will also be healed, because they have also gone through a split in relationship. So have you. The levels of intensity could vary for sure, because this is a general reading. Once we get in a personal reading, we can specifically understand more. But since it's a general reading, so yeah, the breakup is there, the hate, the jealousy, the resentment, all the future spouse and you have gone through. So when you meet this lovely energy in question, you will be very healed, and you will be like this beautiful rose quartz, having this overwhelming need to Be love thyself, and whenever you love yourself, then only you can give love. Otherwise, how can you give something which you don't have, isn't it? So also you will have and this future spouse of yours, you'll have wonderful developed self-esteem, and also self-love will be very reflective in their behavior. Like when you're in communication, when you're talking to them, when you're later on messaging them, you will experience that they have this self-elevated feeling for themselves. They will have lots of love to begin with, because charity also always begins from home. So they will have this very calm, very soothing emotions and very loving vibrations, and which will reflect across and which will come across your way too. So that's the crystal analysis for my lovely pile number 3. And the first message for your future spouse from the 44 lunar cycles are: don't let your past hold you back. South Node, which is Lord Ketu. Now, the South Node is a very karmic point. So it's related to the past for sure. So definitely, your future spouse, the person who you're going to meet, you have had a past with them. And this relationship is going to be very karmic and is played out across many lifetimes, if I may so say. And you will be attracted to somebody who will be verging out to be probably very obsessive. Like they will be very obsessed with your vibrance and your energy and the way you come across. And also in your past, the future spouse, maybe they are also clinging on to their past association, whatever is their past relationship. They feel very stuck there, and they feel, and the relationship is not solving any purpose. It's become very toxic and it's become very claustrophobic, and they have this need, and they will feel this need to walk out, go away. And since you're mirroring this particular quality in your past association, you felt very stifled, you felt very stuck, you felt very suffocated. So it was a lovely thing that you walked out of this addiction. If you haven't walked out, you will walk out, because this is not meant to be. So the whole thing, while you were in your association, you felt very addicted to this person, but this person was turning out to be very toxic. So, the message which is coming across for you, for your future spouse, is that since, your energy pulled out this card, so you will be challenged to make some changes, and the changes will not be very comfortable, because Ketu is a point of great comfort, great knowing. Like in your past life, whatever actions repeatedly you are doing, and you reach the finesse points, like you've so much done it and you're so apt and good at it, that becomes your Ketu placements. So what you have to do is that, and then you resist change. It becomes like a comfort zone. The Ketu points are comfort zones. So, of course, everybody's Ketu points are different. The house, the planet in conjunction, or they are sitting with which zodiac, and like what are the aspects on it. Everybody's chart is so different, but this is a general reading. So in the general sense, you will not want to walk out of your past association. And maybe the future spouse also has resistance. When you meet them, maybe they're already in an association, but take it from me, they're not happy. So don't leave them just because you listen that they are involved with somebody else, because that's not here to stay. It's just a karmic. So when the time period ends, then the association will end. And just because, you can do something, it doesn't mean that you should do it. Sometimes not doing anything is brilliant. So at this point of time, what you have to do is to walk out of the toxicity, and what you have to do is to accept the new coming in life. So that's what the South Node is suggesting. And then in the energy oracle, we have rest and rejuvenation, so which is clearly, you know, coinciding with the South Node, and it's coinciding with the rose quartz, which means that, you know, you have to cut the toxicity, you have to break out of the toxicity, and you have to be restful, you have to rejuvenate, you have to recuperate, and only after you're healed will the wonderful new energy walk in your life. So do practice rest. And how is the rest time, and how do you get rejuvenation? Some people get it by doing physical workout, like you could hit the gym, or why you don't need to go to the gym, you can just go to the park and you can have a nice jog in Mother Nature, because the card is suggesting that you connect with the universe, connect with the wonderful living environment around. And you can also sit in an asana, which is suggested here, and you could also practice meditation, or you could just what meditation? You have to just free the mind of all the thoughts, right? You got Ketu, which is headless, which means that you close all the senses. Because when you're having all the sensories alive, then you can't meditate. So they want you to cut off all the thoughts, whether it's about the eye, the nose, the taste, the hear. You know, you just disconnect and connect with the heart. Ketu is lower partner, that's where the heart is. So just connect with the universe, just be in emotional synchronicity with the universe, and that's the message which is clearly coming across. Then also, wow, go outside. This is also the mystical fairies which are suggesting to you that go outside, which is that if you're in an environment which is very closed, you might not come across your future spouse. So you have to really go outside, like you have to maybe go to some social groups, or maybe join some associations wherein you go and you get to meet other energies, other people, and that could be a pathway to get across to your Mr. Right or Miss Right. So definitely you have to go outwards. And also you like the best, you know, the rejuvenation card is being suggested. So then from the tarot, we have the Fool card, and the ruling planet is Aquarius, and the zodiac sign associated with the Fool again is the air element, which is Aquarius. So maybe, you know, the future spouse's sun, moon, or rising could be in the sign of Aquarius. And the Fool card definitely is suggesting, you know, after the Ketu, which is the South Node, which was speaking about cutting away the toxicity of the past and embracing a beautiful new beginning. Again, the Fool card is suggesting to you that you will definitely be having a new beginning. And also they will this implies that, you know, the partner or the spouse in question will be like a risk taker. They will be very impulsive. There will be a very quick synchronicity in the matters of love, friendship, relationship, which you will experience. And there will be this need that, you know, you will not want to be thinking a lot. You will throw the cautions to the wind, like they say, and you will like to take the leap of faith here, and you really want to jump up to the situation, and you'll find the spouse in question to be extremely attractive, you know, having this futuristic quality, wanting to do very dynamic, and wanting to do things which are probably a taboo, which things which are very unconventional, out of the box, this kind of you know, a thing wherein they will not like to succumb to the comfort zones. They will like to seize the new opportunities, and they will want to go beyond the restrictions. Yeah, and that's very much of the Saturn, which is the ruler of the sign, zodiac sign Aquarius, and also the co-ruler is Lord Rahu. So again, we've got Lord Ketu here, we've got Lord Rahu here. So definitely, your future spouse will not be of your religion, not of your tribe, not of course he or she will be of your soul tribe, but in the ways of tradition, they will be very unconventional. And they could be from a foreign country, they could be they could be like a foreigner. Now, foreigner, I don't mean that you straight travel up and go to London or the US, not like that, but even if they are in your own vicinity, or whether they are in your own city, but they will feel like a foreigner to you. They will be so different in their culture, eating habits, skin color. So everything will be so different, and that works. That kind of diversity will work as a familiarity. You will be very similar in your soul tribe family, but on the exterior, and it's a major arcana. So definitely, all the odds could weigh up in your would weigh up all in a positive way for you. And also, this is your future spouse is a person who's very, if I should say, they are very encouraged to face their fears. And whether the fear is emotional in nature or physical in nature, you will come across them to be very fearless. This great susceptibility of taking on challenges, of being very impulsive, and also, the propensity to weigh the pros and cons will be missing in their case. I wish they do. So if they are not doing, please you try to weigh the possibilities before taking the leap. And also they will be very adventurous, and they will be very reckless. Sometimes they could appear to be very foolish, very childlike, but it's okay. I mean, take it in your stride. That's the way they are. Love them wholesome, love them for what they are. It's okay, they are lovable. And like I said, the ruling planet is Uranus, and the stone associated, like if you're into crystals, it's clear quartz for sure. And it's the air element, and that's the energy of the Fool coming across for you. The last but not the least, for my pile number 3, for the future spouse, it's come Chariot. So Chariot speaks of the cardinal sign Cancer, which means cardinal is a very powerful position, and which could mean that the person in question could be in great power, in great position, like they will be in a position where people look up to them, right? And they will be very revered, very looked up to, probably a social influencer or a managing director or a politician, somebody who's very looked up. So that kind of a quality is coming across in the Chariot here. And also, it also represents that when you're going to come across your future spouse, you could have a feeling of uncertainty. You are not sure whether you should proceed ahead with them or you should not proceed ahead with them. What is the current path which you will choose? It actually becomes very karmic in nature, because your energies have pulled out Lord Rahu and Lord Ketu. So a very karmic kind of order you will experience, and the lessons you have learned in the past, they will definitely be lessons which you will be learning in association with your future spouse as well. And also, your future spouse will be very swift in whatever their body language, their mannerisms are very swift, and at the same time they'll be also very calm. And their emotions will not quite take over their sensibilities, which is quite possible, because this is the zodiac sign of Cancer. So Cancer is known to be very emotional and emotionally very nurturing. but at the same time, it's also the fourth house is it belongs to the masses. So lots of mass appeal, natural leadership qualities, connecting with people, having a lot of social connectivity. Now, social networking is different. That's the Aquarian, the 11th house quality. But I'm speaking about having, this mass connectivity when you when you're a social influencer and you're connecting on a very massive podium with the masses, the crowds, that kind of quality. I am getting the message from the divine, from the spirit guides. So if you're feeling that, the dilemma or the being on, whether on this side or this side, if you're thinking it's a card which is signifying some negative quality, actually, no, not at all. This is one of the most positive cards in the tarot deck. And the outcome, if you're asking, if you're thinking about the future spouse, what will be the outcome of my association? Let me tell you, the outcome will be the best, because that's what the Chariot signifies. Though the road to your spouse could be very challenging, it could be filled with challenges, odds, obstacles. But once you overcome and you succumb, you, what should I say, you fight against all odds and you are victorious, there will be this great sense of achievement which you'll be feeling on your love association blossoming with your future spouse, because you know that you've battled all the odds and you've worked very hard to get this beautiful partner as your spouse. So that trial, quest, battling, all that probably is seen here in the energy of the Chariot for you. And also it could come across in the physical sense that your spouse has moved from a new home, a new city, a new country. So, that shifting thing in a physical self, that could be there. Or maybe the future spouse has bought a swanky new car. Because in the olden times, in Greek mythology or even in our Indian mythology, the kings and the royals, they only rode the chariot. So a very expensive form of car your future spouse has just bought when they'll be meeting you. And that could also be a possibility. And also, whatever you're wishing for, and whatever your intentions are, they will definitely be manifesting in reality in the energy of the Chariot. And also, whatever is in your comfort zone, you have to drop all that. And you have to really, because Cancer is the comfort zone. And you have to come out of your comfort zone and the kind of typecasts that you have been dating so far, and whatever mindset you have that, oh, my guy should be this, or oh, my girl has to be having these kind of characteristics or qualities. So drop all the prerequisites and drop all the prepositioned, preconceived, because this time new will happen, new will set in. You have to kick out yourself from the comfort zone and whatever you're coming into, because we've got the Fool's energy as well, which means that you definitely have to take the leap of faith. You have to come out of the comfort safe zones, because okay, the struggle is there, but the period of struggle will be very short in your association. Ultimately, you will be victorious, and you will have wonderful success, and all your weight will be worth it in the energy of Chariot. And also the time suggested for your meeting, your Mr. Right, is summertime, which means May, June. So that's all that I have for my lovely rose quartz, the lovers, the sweet unconditional lovers. So that energy is free flowing here in the pile number 3. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. And wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are, I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy and shift out of your comfort zones and be that new version of yourself which you always manifested and thought you will ever be. So from Sara, from my channel Sara Astro Tarot, lots of love, lots of unconditional love to you. And do subscribe to my channel. Do share it with the like-minded star seeds. And like I say, let's evolve together. Let's grow together. And also, let's love together. And on that note, from Sara Astro Tarot, lots of love. I'll see you at some other reading, star seeds. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.